Okay guys, I hope you're super excited. So this is our first permission of 2022. So basically how I found this place is it's about a mile down the road. There used to be an old ghost town, and up here is where all the kids went to school and the church and the graveyard and everything. And I actually found it on an old map. So if you look at the map, you can see what I'm talking about. But when I first found it, I could have swore the school was right next to the church. But so I ended up getting permission to a lot right beside the graveyard, because that's where I thought the school was. But I don't think it matters because the church was there anyways. But I'll show you and you'll see what I'm talking about, because actually the school is still here. So as you can see, that's the school there, but all the way down at the other end is the graveyard. And we got permission to do that open lot there, so we're gonna do that lot, and we actually have permission to do the field behind it. So I figure we'll grid the lot, then we'll do maybe like a few lines in the back. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna take us a little while, plus it's like 28 degrees. But when I first came out here, I didn't think, I know this school's old, but I didn't think it was a school. But if you look at that map, there is spacing in there. But I didn't think, for some reason, I don't know if I was looking at a different map, it looked like the school was sitting right beside the church. So I'm pretty sure this is the church, and that map is actually an 1870 map. So this obviously has to be that church, or the school, I mean. But the lady I got the permission for the lot, she said that there'd been people here metal detecting that lot, but I don't, it doesn't really matter to me, because I think if we don't find nothing there, maybe we can find something in the field. But this is a school. But when I first came here, I ain't shitting you, I thought this wasn't it, because I just been here a few weeks ago, and I didn't think it was the school. But for some reason I had in my head that that school was sitting right beside the church. But I even looked at it and it just didn't, it didn't look as old, because I was thinking the school would have dated back to probably like 1850. But it's, I mean, it is a pretty good sized school. It ain't like a one-room schoolhouse. But this school now, it's basically like the township building. But we don't have permission to do this, but I'm sure this has been pounded. I mean, there's no doubt. Hell, there's gas lines over here. But I'm pretty sure this has probably been pounded. But we do have permission to this field. But I don't know if it's on it, because it looks like it's soybeans. So we'll probably just run it. If we don't do very well in the back, we'll probably just run a few lines. Well, you can see there's gas lines back here too, so they dug all this up. I don't know what they're building, but, or why they're marked. But I just, like I said, when I was here, I didn't think this was a school. Just maybe they just done a lot of remodeling to it. I mean, it looks old, but it looks like, to me, it looks like early 1900s. But maybe, well, you can tell, like, I put the new windows and stuff in, but I mean, that is rock. But there's, like I said, there's a lot of history just right here. It's just weird because there's nothing here. I mean, we're not that far outside of Circleville. And actually, where the town used to be, there's just woods, like real heavy woods. I looked in there, there's no way you can metal detect it. But there is a school down at that end. So if we have luck here, we'll probably go down to that school and do the back end of that school down there. I mean, the school down there is probably, yeah, I don't know how old it is, at least 70 or 80 years old. But I'll get back to you guys. I'm gonna, because I gotta drive. I'm not gonna walk all the way down there. I'll probably park down by the graveyard and show you guys a little bit of that, then we'll get started. Okay guys, we're down here by the graveyard, but the old church used to sit right here. And I'll probably add a little bit of video at the end of the graveyard, because I'm pretty sure the graveyard outdates the church. So the church was founded in 1850. That's where I came up with like the school, and like I said, that map is 1872, I think it is. So basically the church set right here, and over here's the lot that we got permission to. So basically this is the lot here. And like I said, the lady said that people had metal detected it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grid this whole lot. So we'll actually probably start over there by the house. And their house is actually, I think she said her house is early 1900s. Then, like I said, then we'll go around to the back and grid a few lines. Because it'll take a little while, but I'm hoping we got that new nail Superfly coil. And I kind of tested it a little bit this morning, and you can tell the difference. So hopefully we'll be able to find something here. Even though people's metal detected it, that don't mean nothing. They probably didn't get it all. So I'm hoping they missed something. Then, like I said, I'll add a little bit to the back end of the video, the graveyard, so you guys can see, because I'm pretty sure the graves are older than that church. Then, like I said, if we have a lot better luck, I might even try to get permission to the fields across the street, because that's what I was on to start with. But sometimes when you find places, it's kind of eerie to go and just knock on somebody's door. You don't even know whose house you're knocking on. And that's why I just didn't follow up on it, is what I did. But if we do have a lot of luck here, I'll probably go and follow it up. But I know where we're at, there's a lot of people at metal detect, because there's a lot of history out here. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get onto a good signal. Okay guys, I'm onto a signal. So basically, it's pretty clean. I've probably done about 4 lines. I dug 1 piece of trash. And this here ain't a great signal, but you have to think of where we're at. So that's why I'm digging it. It's coming in like a 1232. I mean, usually that's like an Indian head signal. That's odd, unless they dropped it. Ain't the first time. This is actually where the other signal was. That's why it's good to have an orange carrot. So I dropped it. Actually, I dropped it one time before, and it took me almost all day. I ended up going back to the truck and getting a different one, and it took me all day, but I ended up finding it. And it was this one. I've had this thing for like 9 years. I just have them redo it. So if I start having problems, I send it in and have it redone. Huh. Ah. Looks like trash. At first I thought it was gonna be a ring. Just an old pop tap. Well, I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get onto another signal. Okay guys, I'm onto another signal. But so far it's been really clean. I mean I haven't done a lot, at least 10 lines, I think. So whoever metal detected did a pretty good job, because I mean we're like right beside the church over here. This is where I would figure we'd get more signals, but we got a long ways to go. And this is coming in like that other signal, so hopefully it ain't another one of them pop caps. I lost it. The reason I tested this new coil out, because anytime you get a new coil, always test it out and make sure you know where it pinpoints, because some of them don't pinpoint in the right place. Some of them actually will pinpoint at the top here. So make sure you test out your new coils before you take them out in the field. And that's what I was doing this morning. nice if it was a coin. Looks like a piece of trash. It's just a piece of can is what it is. I was hoping that was gonna be a coin. Okay guys, I'll get back to you as soon as I get onto another good signal. Okay guys, I'm onto a signal. But we actually moved, so I did that whole lot down there and I didn't find anything. I found like 2 pieces of trash. I went in behind and did a few rows in that field and it was the same thing. The ground was frozen, but I didn't get any signals, so I had to figure out a way to get in the ground. So we're actually down where the other school's at. And I'm focusing up here by these old trees because there's actually right across the street from me, there's an old house that's about 18 something, probably early 1800s. And this is actually where the town originally was. Between here and those woods over there. So I'm just sticking out by the road base because there's a bunch of old trees out here. And like I said, this real old house is right across the street. So far, all I've dug is a quarter. I did a line across here where I just kind of figured this is what I was gonna do, because I was gonna go to the end and just try to grid, but I've been down there. I was at the other spot for a long time gridding it. That's the hell of a signal, are they? As you can tell, as soon as I said something about that damn carrot, it took a shit on me. So that's why I got the other one. So we don't have a wheat penny, we just got a regular memorial, but it's like a 1970. But like I said, I have a lot of time invested in this video, so I'm hoping to come down here and pull some silver or something so I can put a video together, because there's a lot that I'm putting in this video. I just couldn't believe that other place, man. That was unreal. But she said somebody melted, but I'm sure that's been metal detected a bunch of times, because I mean, I couldn't even find a signal, even just a little iffy signal, so I could dig. I mean, to where I thought my coil wasn't working. That's how bad it was. But obviously it is, because I just found that. But like I said, most of the time when you're out, man, you just gotta think outside the box and try to find a place where no one else has been, that they didn't even think about. I mean, I got some stuff at the house that I'm working on now, but I had to buy a book, and I went through the book and it just didn't fan out. Everything where it's telling me where the places are, but all the places are either parking lots or there's nothing there anymore, you know, to where you can't even go metal detect it. So I'm just gonna dig more or less that stuff there. I'm just working on for the summer. I got a few ideas to make it through the winter, but I'm trying to line up some stuff for the summer. This is a signal, but it ain't that deep. But it's just weird because this school over here might be older than what I thought. This might be like a 1920s school. It's just really nice. I mean, they really did a good job fixing it back up. But I'll show you at the end where we're at. But this area over here is pretty big. that looks like a can or something in there. Little tiny can. That's weird. Someone probably pitched it because, like I said, we're real close to the road. Well, I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get on a good signal. Okay, guys. Like I said, I went down through here, then I went over by that school. That's the school that we're at. I went around the front of it a little bit. I couldn't find nothing, but the idea was I was over here and there's all these big trees. Plus there's a, that's got to be like 1860s or something, house across the street. So I wasn't here gridding. Then I wasn't having any luck. I was digging clad, so I went down that way. Then I decided to come back this way, and look what we got. So we got some mercury dime. So it's a 1944 mercury dime. I'm having to use my cell phone because I don't know what's up out here, man. I keep losing my signal with my GoPro. So, but you can see how close we are to this tree. So basically, I'm just on a grid around this tree, and hopefully I can pull a couple more. But that definitely made my day. I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get on to the next signal. Okay, guys, we just dug at mercury dime like right here, and I got a signal over here. It's coming in like, well, like I said, this one ain't as shallow, but like I said, there's roots right here. The roots are right here. Unless that's it. But I'll probably just grid this whole thing like big time. That's a can. But we found that silver right there. But a lot of times these trees will pull up old. I mean, that coin is 1944, but where we're at, we should be finding like 1800 coins. But like I said, a silver is a silver. And I've been at it for a while. I bet you it's probably close to 2 or 3 o'clock. And I've been out since this morning. And it's like freezing cold, man. I don't know if that's the reason I'm having so many problems with the GoPro, or I don't know what's up with that. But we're definitely on a grid this tree. That's aluminum, that's trash. Just never give up, guys. Just keep going. Because I was getting ready to give up. So I'm like, nah, because like I said, that house over there is like extremely old. I figured I'd just stick over here, come back over here, but I already was over here once. So I must have walked right by that. And the other 1,000 people that have been in here metal detecting. Because I'm pretty sure that school was probably the high school. But I used to have a site I used to go into that would tell me all about the old schools, and they did away with it. It's just gone. And I had my computer crash a few years back, and all the info I had's gone. So I'll probably dig through some of my files to see if I can dig up and try to find that site again. But I couldn't find it this morning. But that signal wasn't iffy either. It was a bang. Like I said, all the silver bangs. I mean, you guys see me dig at 2 Riel. It's been in the ground for a couple 100 years and it banged. That's why I dug it. But this is what I'm dealing with. I mean, there's hardly any signals. I mean, there's signals here. I've dug some coins here. But at that other place, man, there was nothing. That's where I just dug at Merc. There's another tree down that way. But like I said, I'm like right on top of the road. But you can tell, so I'd say someone just missed that. That's a banger there, but it ain't very deep. It's more than likely this could be clad or it could just be a can. It's not very deep. It's a can. Well, I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get on to a good signal. Okay guys, we're on a call today, but this is why the town here did so well, is the railroad tracks are right there. Then it kind of just died out, but the town was basically over in this cornfield and where these woods are here. That's more or less the reason I came here. I'm sure other people have been here. I mean, I'm sure this has been metal detected for sure. I mean, I did find some clad, then we lucked out and found that mercury dime. So basically this is what we found today. We dug a lot of trash. We dug some clad, this little Hot Wheel, and of course we found this 1944 mercury dime. It's in pretty good condition too. I was so happy to find that, man, and it was just a killer signal. Because I actually went around those trees before I came down at this end. I just missed it. Then I went over there and it was just a banging signal, and I dug it. And of course we had problems with the carrot. Then we always carry it back up. But a lot of times it could just be a battery. Maybe I had a batch of bad batteries, because a lot of times I carry them in my pocket for a long period of time. And if that's not the issue, what I do is I just box this up and I'll send it back to Garrett and tell them I need my lucky pinpointer, and they'll actually recondition this, and then they'll call me, and it usually costs about $34, 35 bucks. And I just had that done about a year ago. So if that's the case, you know what I'm saying, is, you know, you just have issues with them, I guess. I mean, this is the best pinpointer I've ever used. I mean, that I've owned. I'm sure there might be some other ones out there, but so we're on the call today, and I had every kind of issues, but I got a lot of new stuff. Like I said, we had the shovel. The shovel Excalibur worked out great. We got our new nail coil. It worked out great. And I also bought some memory cards. And I think the problems I was having with the GoPro was that card. I think because some of them cards are expensive, and I got a deal on it. It was like 20 bucks. And I think that's what's going on. I think that card's shit, because I was having all kinds of problems with it. So basically, the next time I go out, I'll just use a different card and see if that was the issue. Because you do have problems, especially when you're out in the middle of nowhere, because you lose your Wi-Fi and stuff. And there are a lot of camera problems that you have. But luckily, like I said, sometimes I end up filming on my cell phone, like I'm doing right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. We got a lot of stuff coming up, and we're going to do the best we can to go through the winter. You know, I can't get in the ground. If the ground's frozen, I won't be able to go out. But like today, it's cold as shit. I mean, it's like 20-something degrees, but we could get in the ground. The plugs looked good, and everything worked out. But, you know, I had to drive a little bit to get here, so I was kind of worried that I wouldn't be able to get in the ground. But the only part we couldn't get in the ground is in the field, but we didn't get any signals. And it's unbelievable that it was that clean. But like I said, man, people metal detect. So, you know, she said it was metal detect, but hell, it might have been metal detect a couple dozen times. But there was no signals. I dug like a couple pieces of trash in that bullet casing. And I think the casing, there was more of them in there because I was getting the exact same signal. And I mean, it's a pretty decent caliber gun. I mean, I'm sure I could see what's on there. I don't know what it is. I can't see it the way the light is. But that's a pretty good sized shell. but I'm sure there was a bunch of them in there. But I was just hoping. I just couldn't believe I couldn't come across anything. Then, like I said, you put that new coil on there, and I kept thinking maybe my coil wasn't working, but it's not the coil. You know what I mean? The coil seemed to work pretty good, and it's a little bit light, not like a lot light. It's a little light. I can tell a little bit of a difference with my arm, because we've been at it for a long time, because I didn't want to give up, because this was the first hunt of the year, and I wanted to find silver. So we've been at it a good 6 or 7 hours. It took me that long to find that silver coin. And as you can see, we really did't dig a lot of clad too. That's why basically where we're at, that's just been metal detecting. It's a huge place. I mean, this is a huge place. I didn't do every inch of it. I was trying to focus over here where the trees were, because that old house was there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.
One evening as the sun went down, the jungle fires were burning. Down the track came a hobo hummer. He said, boys, I'm not returning. Headed for a land that's far away, beside the crystal fountain. I see you all this coming fall at the Big Rock Candy Mountain. In the Big Rock Candy Mountain, there's a land that's fair and bright, where the handouts grow on bushes and you sleep out every night, where the boxcars all are empty and the sun shines every day. Oh, the birds, the bees, and the cigarette trees, the whiskey springs, and the bluebird sings in the Big Rock Candy Mountain. In the Big Rock Candy Mountain, all the cops have wooden legs, and the bulldogs all have rubber teeth, and the hens lay soft-boiled eggs, and the farmers' trees are full of fruit, and the barns are full of hay. I'm bound to go where there ain't no snow, where the sleet don't fall,